Hello, World Tech Blitzers. It's Littlefinger. Happy Friday, March 4th. Time for another store review. Just wondering if you missed me last week. I was down in New Orleans for Mardi Gras, having a great time up until the point that my phone was stolen on Bourbon Street. Yeah, a little bit disappointing. It's so easy to return an iPhone. Not much you can do with it once I've reported it stolen. But I was able to track it, spent an extra couple days down in New Orleans, and then went on down to Miami until yesterday when I was able to get my new phone in place. Now I can't track it. And it's amazing. Just about every website that I use has 2FA. So I was locked out of everything all week. I think I'd rather lose a wallet than a phone, to be honest with you. So hopefully you guys can restore my faith in humanity here with some comments about this video and hopefully some new subscribers, because the stats on the YouTube page have not been good lately. But anyway, we are in a new month, which means a new battle pass tank. It takes the gun of the VK3001P and the hull here of the VK3601H and combines it into the Barkin. We've got some leafs, some high definition graphics on it. 45 kilometers per hour, only 6 degrees of gun depression. Looks to be a solid tank. However, I am not going to spend gold to advance the levels to get it early. We'll just go ahead and grind it out, as the rest of you probably will. And remember, $5, it's not a bad deal. Going to get over 3,000 gold plus the tank itself. So let's hop on into the store. We have a new section called individual offers, and this may be the first time that I can remember seeing a new tank, the Skoda T56. This is a Czech heavy tank, tier 8. Just look at this armor profile on it. I'm assuming that's going to be spaced armors there on the cheeks. This tank looks very solid. However, at $100, it is also very expensive. And what's new is that you can not only buy it straight up. Typically, we only ever see it just in containers. 5% drop chance with 18 containers here. If you're very unlucky and don't get it out of those 18 containers, you will end up with 18 out of 25 charms. So you're probably going to feel compelled to get enough charms to get the tank that way. So you're going to spend more than the $75. Anyway, you are going to have 5 mystery boxes to open. So we'll see what the reviews say on this tank, but I definitely don't think it's worth $100. The other offer here under the individual section that I want to talk about is 2 really strong tank destroyers. If you like slow TD gameplay, I think you will like both of these tanks. They are very strong when you can get them in the right place from the armor profile perspective. Not sure if you just recently might have seen my TS5 Ace Mastery game. Getting this thing in the right place at the right time is key. However, that means that it's map dependent. It means that it is team dependent. So that can be a challenge. So you're going to have some really big games, and you're probably going to have some very lopsided games as well. So I would recommend this only for those of you that enjoy that type of gameplay. There's the offer for the Battle Pass, some more T56 containers, and we will talk about these tanks here a little bit later. A new attachment being the machine gun that you can buy for cash or for gold. Resources, just wanted to point out, after you factor in, say, a 50% win rate at tier 10 plus the 12,500 gold, that this works out to be just under 500 gold per dollar plus the premium time. So it's not a horrible deal if you're looking for a way to purchase gold and you've already used the 2x gold in the gold section that we'll talk about here in a minute. But let's talk about the tanks. That's what we're interested in the most. we have got a different bundle, this time with the AT-15A, which is a Tier 7 British tank destroyer. It's horrible. I hate it. It's not my play style. Too slow. The armor's not even that great. It's a very difficult tank to play, so I would pass on this bundle. I would probably more inclined to recommend the TS5 over the AT-15A, even for the additional 5,000 gold. You can't get the turtle by itself for 10,000. Again, this is a fairly relatively new tank, and so the price is still a little bit high. Tier 8 tank, obviously, we want to see that about 7,500 typically. Super Conq, another relatively new tank. This has been out a year or so. So 25,000 gold for this is still a bit on the high side. You do have an order that will get you 5 mystery crates plus these 5 mystery crates. So you end up with 10 mystery crates, chance to get a little bit of gold back or maybe a tank out of it or something to offset the 25,000 gold. Now, don't get me wrong. It's a great tank. It's got a fairly accurate, above accurate for a heavy tank, gun. It's got really good armor for hold down play style. And what I like about it, you don't have that typical British high firing, low damage gun. You've got a nice damage gun. So you don't have to overexpose in the tank either. Again, by itself, 20,000 gold for a tier 10. It's not horrible, but that price, there's still room for that price to come down to probably 17,500, 15,000 later once it's been for sale a few more times. The Object 252U, arguably, one of the most difficult tanks to face just because of the armor profile and how many shots this thing bounces, even from the side, the front. As top tier, this tank is a very dangerous tank. I love this camo on it. It's called Vigilant. It looks very solid. But outside of that, $15, not a bad price. Now, a tank that I actually really enjoy, the Dicker Max. This tank has more speed and mobility than you would think. And for that, I recommend this tank. However, keep in mind it is a tier 6 tank destroyer. It's only 2,000 gold, which is what you would spend on 14 days of premium time anyway. And you're going to get some premium credit earning tank destroyer action out of it. So if you enjoy and don't mind playing tier 6, this is a fun tank. All right, we've got the Defenders back, all 4 of them in a bundle here. 60 days of premium time, some good booster action for $45. It is what it is. I am not a big fan of 2 of these, being the T28 is just too slow for me, and the IS-3D used to be great, fun tank, but it's been power crept over the years. The other 2, AMX and the Defender, are very strong and worthwhile tanks in my opinion. So keep that in mind as you look at the different bundles here. I do like the AMX Defender, 4-shot, little small, light tank, good mobility, decent accuracy on the gun. It's just a havoc creator, really. At tier 8 for 10,000, price is still a little bit high, but we're starting to see them come down. As you can see, the Defender is now down to 8,500. This would be my recommendation over all of the other ones based upon its price point. And I guess we could mention the PZKPFW B2. I believe that this tank has priority matchmaking, so you'll always be top tier, and it has one collect them all container. And let's see, you can sell that for 1,500 gold. So you're going to be making almost 300 gold per dollar there. Now, just wanted to point out here, I've still got 2 offers on the table for double gold. Obviously, that is the best way to buy gold, is just make sure whatever you're buying, 3,500 gold here, divide it by that to figure out the gold per dollar. I was a little bit confused looking at the way they say that this is not 25,000 gold. This is 25,000 gold plus the 12,500. So it's really 37,500 gold. To me, that's not clear. Wargaming needs to clear that up. Anyway, we move on to the esports. If you've got any coins left over, grab yourself the Type 62. It's the better of the 2 tanks there. Premium time and more containers. I don't think I need to go into any of these containers because there's nothing new here. And that's going to wrap up the store review, guys. So hope your week was better than mine. Nobody lost a phone or a wallet or anything. But hope you have a great weekend. And remember to stay safe, get educated, not fingered. Littlefinger out.